If you have ever visited the Zamalek area in Cairo, then you surely have experienced driving or walking down one of the most historical streets in Egypt, the 26th of July Street, which stretches through the length of the area and further beyond.
This street is famous for a lot of historical and remarkable things. The street was formerly known as the Fuad Street, named after King Fuad first, but then became known as the 26th of July Street. The reason for this is to mark the day King Farouk left the country after the 23rd July Revolution in 1952.
Demonstrations again in Cairo, as the seizure of power by the Egyptian army has widespread repercussions in the capital. Repercussions that finally shake the very roots of the monarchy, as King Farouk is forced to abdicate in favor of his infant son, Prince Ahmed Fuad. The bloodless revolution was led by Field Marshal Naguib, a veteran of the Palestinian War. It was in May 1951 that King Farouk was married to a commoner, Nariman Sadek, after his first marriage had ended in divorce. Slowly, the Egyptian people, who had idolized Farouk when he became king at 17, began to lose faith in him. So, the young monarch, who put his own interests before the welfare of his people, goes into exile, while Egypt looks forward with hope to the new reign.
He was pushed stepping down from the throne by Army General Muhammad Naguib, who said,
Egypt's reputation among the people of the world has been debased as a result of your excess in toying with the constitution, and your disdain for the wants of the people, to the extent that traitors and bribe-takers find protection beneath your shadow, in addition to the security, excessive wealth, and many extravagances at the expense of the hungry and impoverished people.
After calling out King Farouk for his corruption, the army general then said,
Therefore, the army, representing the power of the people, has empowered me to demand that your majesty abdicate the throne to His Highness Crown Prince Ahmed Fuad, provided that this is accomplished at the fixed time of 12 o'clock noon today.
Which was, you guessed it, Saturday the 26th of July, 1952.
Depart the country before 6 o'clock in the evening of the same day. The army places upon your majesty the burden of everything that may result from your failure to abdicate according to the wishes of the people.
The buildings and residences that were on the 26th of July Street were known to be following the style of luxurious antiques, including luxury salons that have decorative mirrors, statues, and candle holders.
The street was the residence of the Khedive's family. The Marriott Hotel is one of the most historic and remarkable hotels in the 26th of July Street.
A very ambitious leader of Egypt, aiming at bringing the country back to its former greatness, Khedive Ismail's philosophy can be glimpsed at in a statement that he made in 1879. My country is no longer in Africa. We are now part of Europe. It is therefore natural for us to abandon our former ways and to adopt a new system adapted to our social conditions. For the canal launch, a fabled ceremony to impress royal invitees was held. The Royal Palace Al Jazeera was built by Khedive Ismail.
The Marriott Hotel was originally the Jazeera Palace, built in 1869 by Khedive Ismail to serve as a guest palace during the Suez Canal inauguration celebrations. The construction of the historic Jazeera Palace demonstrated his passion for the neoclassical style, for which he engaged the services of Austrian architects.
Jazeera Palace hosted a lot of noteworthy ceremonies throughout history, which include the wedding Khedive Ismail's son, which lasted 40 days, as well as the wedding of the daughter of Prime Minister Nahas Pasha in the 1930s.
But then, in 1919, Habib Lutfullah, a Syrian landlord who had settled in Egypt, purchased the hotel for 140,000 Egyptian pounds. The Marriott then took over the hotel in the 1970s, for which they restored the original palace.